Okay guys, this video has gotten off to a bad start. I literally recorded a whole introduction and the audio wasn't working. That's a nice introduction back to YouTube. But yeah guys, welcome back to another video. For those who are new here, my name is Yemi. I am a scientist, I'm a father, I am a natural bodybuilding champion, I'm a natural bodybuilding coach, and so much more. So welcome back. This is the diary of my life. I just like to document my journey as a business owner, as a natural bodybuilding athlete, as a father, just navigating life. And I'm happy to document this because if somebody can look at my journey and get motivated, learn from it, that is what I want out of this. And for my kids to go back and watch my videos and see what their dad did, that inspires me, and that's why I do YouTube. So welcome. So where I'm at the moment is that I am in my off season. I haven't stepped on stage in a year. 2024 was my last year competing. Again, very, very close to getting a pro card. Same in 23. So I decided to take a year off and really just grow and develop and work on the areas that I need to improve on. And that's what you have to do as a natural athlete. You can't just get away with competing every single year. So this is my year back, and fingers crossed we get the job done. It's going to be an exciting season as well, because I'm not only doing men's physique, but I'm also doing classic and bodybuilding, because I've grown. I've grown. But yeah, this video is going to be what I have done to gain this amount of muscle, go from this to this in a year. And this year off season, that's been super, super productive. What have I done, and my tips for natural athletes to be able to do the same. So yeah, let's get into the video. So I've been trying to think about coming back to YouTube for a long time. As a dad, time is precious. Time is precious. Every single hour of the day has to be used doing something productive or spending time with your kids. And even this gym session, I literally have an hour to get this done before I have to get ready for work. Yeah, that's why I haven't been back to YouTube, but hopefully this is the start of my consistency in just recording. I train anyway, and I record my session just so I can look back on, so I might as well just record, do some talking in the background, and post it to YouTube. So that's what this is. You guys are going to get some value out of this video as well as seeing my whole setup. Today is going to be a pull day, second pull day of the week. I have 2 pull days because my back is an area that I need to bring up to match my front. And I've reduced my training frequency to 4 days a week now. It previously was 5 days a week. I think there was even a point where I was training 6 days a week. But I found that because I train quite intensely, I can't really recover from doing too much during the week, and then the quality of my sessions start to drop. But training 4 days a week, I'm able to recover because I have a good enough gap midweek. Train 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, and then 2 days off. So I have enough rest to be able to recover from the sessions. So that would be probably tip number 1. Assess your training volume and see what works for you. If you're doing too much, you can't recover from it, it's probably slowing down your progress. So assess that. So the first movement I have in my pull day is some abs. I have abs at the start of every session because as a men's physique athlete, you have to have well-developed abs, and the only way to do so is actually train them. So when you do get to low percentage body fat, they're a lot more prominent. 2 variations I would have is a crunch when you're getting spinal flexion and extension, and then a raise, so a leg raise, where you're getting that spinal flexion. Oh. 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 The key to this one here is to make sure that you're getting that like pelvicular tilt, because if you're just raising your legs up and down, it's just going to be hip flexors. You're not going to be working no abs. A lot of people say a bodybuilding prep really tests how much you actually like bodybuilding, how much you actually like competing. But I found this year that I've taken like a year, it will be more than a year, off stepping on stage. I found myself kind of mid-off season, reviewing, is this the path that I want to go down? Like, is this something that I enjoy, because it's like you're spending a lot more time in a process to be able to achieve a physique that is worthy of something you want to achieve, whether it be a pro card, whether it be a class win, an overall, whatever it may be. So I would say, like, take time to be in the process and figure out, you know, is this something that you enjoy? And luckily enough, you know, during this off season that's gone on for a year and a bit so far, like, I've realized that yes, this is what I want to do. I love the process of bodybuilding and just improving my physique. So especially as a natural, take time to build your physique, because this is something that they don't tell you. Like, realistically, as a natural athlete, it will probably take you, well, if you don't have amazing genetics, if you have poor genetics or just okay genetics, the reality is that it's going to take you like at least 10 to 15 years to build your physique and get to where you want to get to. That takes time, and that is going to test how much you actually love the process. And that is why people rush and like take PEDs in the early years of training, and then they realize that, oh, they actually don't like the process. They're not able to commit to what a bodybuilding lifestyle is, and then they end up popping off. You know, the process of popping off is very, very difficult. It's a story, man, yeah. So it leads to a lot of like emotional stresses, it leads to a lot of physical stresses, side effects. So I just don't think it's worth it. It kind of destroys your love for bodybuilding. So just do it naturally, take your time. Yep. Oh, yes. So I've had to remove one set from my pull downs just there because I'm running out of time. And this is one for the dads out there, or parents out there in general. You know, you kind of have to be comfortable with the fact that things might need to change. Of course, be organized and planned. That goes without saying. Without structure, nothing gets done, nothing gets achieved. Anything can happen as a parent. Like, your kid might be sick, I might have to take some time off work, he has appointments, X, Y, and Z. So when it comes to training, you know, I might have to drop a set here and there. I might have to superset things to make the sessions more time efficient. It's all about being consistent. It's not about being perfect, especially when your life is crazy and you have too many things going on. There's bound to be a time where things need to change, and like today, I'm probably gonna have to superset stuff. I'm gonna have to take away some sets, but I'm in here, I'm getting it done. I'm focusing on the quality of the work while I'm in here. It doesn't help that I decided to record a YouTube video today and I'm spending some time recording clips, but yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys the purpose of this is just show you guys the real, the raw, the reality of you know, being a dad and juggling all these things and having goals and having aspirations, but still getting in there, getting after it. So these deficit paused rows have been a game changer when it comes to my upper back development. I've gotten really, really strong at these. I challenge you to find me someone who can lift some heavy ass weight off the ground or row extremely heavy weight with extremely good form that doesn't have a good back. Let's go. Ah, yes. That's the best those have moved in a while. It's good. So tip number, I don't know what tip number this is. I've been dropping gems all this video. But another thing that you have to watch out for, if you're looking to make significant progress in your off season, is treat your off season like you treat your prep. Natural bodybuilding is a game of how long can you be in a phase where you're making consistent progress and you're not having to stop to like diet or continuously deload. So when it comes to your nutrition, make sure that is on lock. Similar to the way that you would approach your nutrition during prep, nail your macros. Ensure that your meals look similar on a week-to-week basis with a little bit of flexibility in there. One of the main reasons why people need to pause their growth phase or go into a diet is because nutrition is off, your gut is inflamed, your digestion is not doing well, like you're accumulating too much body fat because there's too much variation in your nutrition. So you have to prematurely cut before you continue to grow. So yeah, treat your off season like you treat your prep. Nail your nutrition, prioritize a slow, gradual rate of gain. So you can just make progress for a long period of time. It just gives you a longer runway to grow instead of having to cut it short. It has been one of the major reasons why I've made so much progress this off season, because I've nailed it from day one of my off season. Meals tracked, of course, incorporate some flexibility in there, enjoy some time out with my friends, my family, have some good food, but the majority of the time, my meals look very, very similar. Things that I would have eaten during my prep. You know, I still have cardio in there. I'm prioritizing a slow rate of gain. I'm not just focusing on scale weight and seeing that number just go up and up and up, because realistically, I had to get down to close to where my previous stage weight was. So I have to be in striking distance when I do start prep. So that means body composition has to be in a good spot. And that goes back to your routine, that goes down to cardio, that goes down to training, that goes down to how you navigated your nutrition during your off season. So treat your off season properly. So another tip, if you're trying to be time efficient with your training sessions, is not spending too much time warming up. Warming up is very vital, right? You need to be ready before you attack your top sets, but sometimes it can be too much, and you might just be spending so much time, you know, starting with the bar, 1 play, 2 play, whatever it may be, right? For me, I do 1 to 2 warm-up sets, and then I'm pretty much ready to go. And the further I get into the session, the less warm-up sets I do, because I'm warm, like joints are loose, blood is circulated, I'm switched on. So for this, for example, as my 4th exercise in, I'll probably just feel 2 plates per side, and then I'll go straight into 3. Yep, let's go. Yep. Oh. 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 With a movement like this, I'll always fail on the lengthened part of the movement, because it just gets progressively hard to get it short, and there's always more that you can give. So, you know, I'll always do a few partials at the end just to really push myself to full failure. Let's get it. So I have 4 exercises left, and I only have like 15 minutes, so I'm going to superset them. So it's going to be the lat pull down, and then I'm going to go into some cable rear delt flies, and then once I've done that superset, arms is left, so I'm going to go cable, and then I might do some dumbbells or something like that. Alright guys, so that is the session wrapped up, and I think I'm going to wrap the video up here as well, because the battery on the Osmo is about to die. Plus I need to, oh, you guys can't see me. Let me turn on some lights here. Yeah, so I got to get home, I got to shower, spend some time with Theo, get ready for work, get my meals ready, and leave the house for work in the space of 20 minutes. So yeah, that's literally been my life for the past couple of months, you know, getting shit done with minimal time, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm extremely blessed to have a healthy family, to have a sport that I'm passionate about, to have a job, to have a business, to do all these things. I'm very, very much privileged. So, you know, you might hear me complain that I don't have enough time, or the struggles of what I'm going through, but in reality, I'm super blessed, guys. So if you've made it this far in the video, please drop a comment down below to let me know that you've watched it. I appreciate you. And yeah, till the next one, hopefully I get another one out next week. The 2026 contest season is due to start, and this year is going to be is going to be a statement year. You know what we're aiming for. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Slán. That was good and bad timing at the same time. Slán.